This track right here is for every soldier out here that done had the back of everybody and still got the back of their people. No matter how they get done, and no matter how people switch and flip on them, they still hold their ground. This is for you, soldier. Yo, let's do this. Someone's trying in my life, trying to take me down. Unleash the wrath of a menace, even though I'm trying to fight. Demons getting stronger, hard in the fight. Mama keep praying, I feel it in the air at night. In the mirror, seeing nothing but the pain. Homie, ain't no sunshine on my rainy day. Ain't nobody got my back, so I stand alone. Full blown on my own, cause the path I chose, I thought would bring better days. It's like I'm in a maze, and every path on my back, got me scared of brave. Every step that I take is a test of my faith. Push me to the limit just to make the grade. Most hated by my enemies, these they just seem no so-called friends to turn their foes. So where do I go? I'm at the crossroads, doing everything I can just to hold on. Just soldier in the game, trying to find my way. Dead and alone, with nowhere to go. I'm at the crossroads. Yeah, yeah, trying to hold on.
Yo, what's poppin', everybody? I want to take a little bit of time here to, you know, welcome y'all to the ICON Chronicles. You feel me? Will couldn't make it tonight. Well, I mean, he here, but he, doing a little something else right now. So he got me to come in here. I rather tired as I don't know what, but anyway, there's a whole different story. So anyway, my name is Ronnie, and if y'all want to know more about me, y'all get ready to check out this movie that's gonna be coming out pretty soon. I don't know. I think it's gonna be later on this year or early next year. It's called "What Death Do We Part?" The Revenge. And you know, I'm Ronnie. I'm out here on the streets. I'm doing my thing, handling my business. I got this wifey, you know, named Rebecca and everything, and we having a few issues here and there, but we trying to work it out, handle a few things. My brother, he got his life going on. My brother Wesley, he the pastor of the church and everything. Y'all know how that go. Y'all know. Y'all always got the one son that do good, follow everybody's path. You know what I'm saying? And then you got me. I do what I want to do, how I want to do it, when I want to do it, because I'm Ronnie. You feel me? So Ronnie do what Ronnie want to do. So anyway, we got this little thing coming out called "What Death Do We Part?" The Revenge by this what is that girl name again? Ejanae. Ejanae. Ejanae LLC. She got this book out. It's like two or three books or something like that. I'm putting all our business out there. You feel me? With the title of the book is the same name as the movie. Go figure. But anyway, it's got all our little business in there, little story. I can't really go into, what it's all about, but it's a tribute in a way. It's a well, hold on. Let me see. Hold on. I'm gonna try and explain this in y'all's language so y'all understand what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, the premise behind the story that Agent A is telling is based around two people. All right, I ain't one of them, and my brother ain't one of them. Neither was our wives, and all of that. But anyway, so Agent A is from this place in Alabama, this little country town where there's a bunch of dark roads down there, man. It's a trip for a city boy like me. But anyway, so she from this little town in Alabama, and she had this niece named Mackenzie, and Mackenzie, rest in peace, ain't here no more because Mackenzie was being bullied by a bunch of people that don't know no better, whose parents ain't raised their kids to be mindful and respectful of other people. So anyway, Mackenzie was 9 years old. Mackenzie was being bullied, and what happened was Mackenzie ended up taking her life at a young age, like young, like 9 years old, and you got a little 9 year old kid out here taking themselves out because they getting bullied. Now I'm gonna tell y'all like this: you mess with my kids is raised like LL Cool J. Mama said, knock you out. You feel me? So my kids ain't gonna be playing no games like that. You can try and bully my kids if you want to, and you can call your mama and your daddy. They gonna see. They want to get in on it. They gonna see Ronnie and they gonna see Rebecca, and then we gonna get my brother, the pastor, and his wife, the first lady, to give y'all some prayer. Cause when we get done with you, that's what you're gonna need. Again, this running. So you know what I'm talking about. Those of y'all that know this out here, that know this, like y'all know. Anyway, so the other person that this is in tribute to is this brother named Cliff. The Cliff was a comedian, and I ain't too sure on what happened with Cliff. I'm gonna have to hit up with Will and EJ and find out, the whole story with Cliff. I know he was a comedian and he passed away too. So this little story that she telling is in tribute to them. She got a foundation. I forget the name of the foundation. It got something to do with McKinsey. I think it's the McKinsey Foundation. The agent A is a motivational speaker. She go around all over the country and all over the world talking to folks about bullying. They don't want me to be talking about no bullying because I'm gonna give your kids a real deal. I'm gonna stand up on that stage and I'm gonna tell you if you want to bully somebody, I'm gonna show up. I don't know about this cyberbullying thing, this internet, and all of that stuff. When I was growing up, the bully met you at the bus stop or they met you at the lunchroom. We shook you. I mean, they shook you down and they took your lunch money. So I heard that's the way the story go. I mean, I can only reference what I heard. Anyway, so that's the whole story about that. So since I just got done doing my little bit of my story, Will was like, you know what, Ronnie? What you need to do is I got this little series season finale on this show that I got, and you need to come on and be a guest on my show as a series finale, and then that way we can tell everybody about the movie and a little bit about you and your wife and my brother and his wife, and there's some other people that's in there, but they ain't as important as me and my brother. Anyway, so that's what the whole deal is with that. What death do we part is coming soon. What death do we part? The revenge. Now, the revenge part ain't got nothing to do with Cliff or Mackenzie. The revenge part, and I ain't gonna say no names because really I don't know their names anyway. But anyway, this is what happened. So, like I said, Agent A is from this little town in Alabama, and she got with some of her people in Alabama to do this story the first time. And these fools out here got to tripping. You know what I'm saying? I mean, Ronnie, I wanted to get in on it, but due to legal technicalities and referendums and situationships and entanglements, I couldn't participate and partake in any other activity that was going on at that present particular moment in time. But the people that was originally supposed to help tell this story did not want to let go of the work that they did, even though they got paid up front for it. And all they had to do was just turn the footage over, do what they gotta do with it, turn it over to Agent A, and everything would be cool. But no, they had to get ghetto with it. They had to get hood with it. They tried to jack it with the copyright infringement thing. So that's a whole different backstory. Anyway, but there's some stuff going on with that one. But the bottom line is Agent A had to come around and she had to do this again. So she came to the A, brought all of us back to the A, and now we finna tell the story. Sorry about that. So we about to tell the story about what's going on with what death do we part. Y'all gonna see me doing my thing, handling my business like a thug do. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get my thing on. You know, I mean, some stuff, like them old shows, you know, certain things couldn't be told to protect the innocent. But when y'all see me and y'all see my little bit of story, y'all gonna understand exactly, you know, what the deal is. So that's the whole spiel about that. EJ LLC, What Death Do We Part, the book. It's like 3 books. Y'all can find the books on Amazon and all of the book places online, and you might be able to find the book in person somewhere. Anyway, I don't even know if I'm in the book. I might be in the book, but I can't say that I'm in the book, but I might be. So y'all can check it out and see if I'm in the book. And if y'all see me in the book, let me know that I'm in the book, because if I'm in the book, EJ, if you listening, if I'm in the book, we gonna have to have a talk about some royalties and compensatory reimbursements for my inclusion in your literary adventure. I think I said that right. Anyway, for y'all lawyer, y'all know what I'm saying. If y'all ain't a lawyer, y'all probably still don't know what I'm saying. But anyway, so that's what we doing. So I'm hosting tonight. This is the series finale of the ICON Chronicles. I am your host for right now until Will get done doing what he doing, and then he gonna come in here. He gonna do his thing, whatever it is that he gonna do, and then I don't I don't know. I mean, I might come back. It depends on if my wifey call me, because you know how these women be, man. Be gone too long, they be missing you. Even though she get on my nerves sometimes, but that's my wifey though. But I might be back and I might not be back, but it all depends on what go on behind the scenes. So this is like, I mean, kind of like the way I look. Okay, hold on, wait a minute. I got to get my good side. But one of these is my good side. So anyway, I think I kind of like this thing here. This internet, what they call podcast thing. And I might have to step up my game a little bit. I might have to get me one of these laptop computers and do me a show, the Ronnie show, the me, Ronnie, the Ronnie show. I think I like that. They got a nice ring to it. The Ronnie show. I'm gonna have to talk to my man Will about that. Maybe he could hook a brother up. You feel me? So anyway, what I'm finna do right now is I'm gonna take me a little break, and I'm finna go check and see what Will is, and I'm gonna play one of his songs. He told me I could do this. So if he asks why I was playing one of his songs, just y'all do me a favor. Y'all remind him that he told me that I could do this, because Will, he do musical things too. He be doing his thing out here, trying to get his little music thing going on. So I'm gonna play one of his songs for him. Um, I don't know which one that I'm gonna play. He just got one called He just released a song not too long ago. I ain't gonna do that one because that one might cause some trouble on the show. But let me see here. Let me see. I'm still learning how to work this technological stuff. So y'all got to hold on and just bear with me. I'm sorry. The name is Next Icon. For anybody that don't know, is NXICON. Just like right here, right there. See where right there, where you see where icon, the ICON. Before the I, you put an N and an X, and you got his name. Next Icon. All right. So I'm gonna play this new track that he got. He trying to he trying to get to know y'all ladies, I guess. And so he wrote this little song. and it's called "Lay You Down." So I'm gonna play that for y'all. Go check on my nigga and see. I don't know if I can say nigga on here, but anyway, I'm gonna go check on my nigga and see where he at. And he should be back on here in like about 4 minutes and 33 seconds. You feel me? So check out his new song, Lay You Down, and one of us will be right back. All right? Wait a minute, hold on. Man, this technology stuff, man. See, this is why I just stay my butt in the streets, man. It's too much for a brother like me, man. Oh, let me see here. All right, there we go. And I'll be right back, y'all. Peace.
They say the night time's the right time to get you in the mood and do what loves do. So what you gonna do? You gonna let me lay you down? You gonna let me lay you down? Say the night time's the right time to get you in the mood and do what lovers do. So what we gonna do? You gonna let me lay you down? You gonna let me lay you down? Show me how you wanna be done, girl. The night is still young and ain't no time like the present. To present me with your presence, get a taste of your essence. Taste you up and down till your body can't take it, making sounds of ecstasy. You and me between the sheets by the light of the moon, baby. That's all I need to get that off. Get your back line, unwind your mind. There ain't nothing off the table, cause we're getting it on tonight. Ain't no worries, ain't no pressure. If you let me, then I'll let you. Let's see what they do. I wanna let your body down, hear you make the sound. When I get it, hit it right to make your love come down. I wanna lay you down. I wanna, yeah, lay you down. I wanna lay your body down, hear you make the sound. When I get it, hit it right to make your love come down. I wanna lay you down. I wanna, yeah, lay you down. The camera's ready, hands steady as I'm watching you move through the room, baby. Love my eyes, it's on you. Walking past the window as the stars make your body shimmer. Got me fantasizing about what's coming next as I kiss your neckline, travel down to your waistline. If I miss a spot, let me know, I'll make it right. We got it all night. Wait, no need to rush it. I wanna see what make you while you're ready. Got you blushing from my touch, build a rush. Don't worry about the time, cause we go until the dawn come. If it's alright with you, getting hot and heated, got you tweaking for affection. Here it come, I hope you ready. They tell me how you want me, babe. I wanna lay your body down, hear you make the sound. When I get it, hit it right to make your love come down. I wanna lay you down. I wanna, yeah, lay you down. I wanna lay your body down, hear you make the sound. When I get it, hit it right to make your love come down. I wanna lay you down. I wanna, yeah, lay you down. It's something about the night time to keep you on my mind. Got me tossing and turning until I see you at night. I wanna lay you down. It's all that's on my mind. I wanna lay you down, lay you down. It's on my mind. I wanna lay you down. I wanna lay you down. I wanna lay your body down, hear you make the sound. When I get it, hit it right to make your love come down. I wanna lay you down. I wanna, yeah, lay you down. I wanna lay your body down, hear you make the sound. When I get it, hit it right to make your love come down. I wanna lay you down. I wanna, yeah, lay you down. Don't disturb on the door, got me wanting you more. See what you got in store for a soldier on the move. I'm doing everything that I'm seeking about. You laying next to me. I think I see my future in the making while you're shaking. I'm as real as it get. You can call me king, cause I'm about to make you sweat. Give your body what it needs. Release the inhibitions that you had in the beginning. I'm thinking that you're ready. I don't see nothing wrong with a little bump and grind. I can see it in your eyes that you wanna be mine tonight. Whispers in your ear to put your mind at ease. Tease me if you want. As long as the ending ends with me, doing you, doing me till the dawn rise. Whatever it takes tonight to make you mine. I wanna lay your body down, hear you make the sound. When I get it, hit it right to make your love come down. I wanna lay you down. I wanna, yeah, lay you down. I wanna lay your body down, hear you make the sound. When I get it, hit it right to make your love come down. I wanna lay you down. I wanna, yeah, lay you down.
Yo, what's up, everybody? This is your man. Next Icon, definitely in the building. This is the Icon Chronicles. And again, next Icon, for those that are unaware, is no excuses. I can overcome negativity. I let my man Ronnie come in here and hold it down for me for a little bit for my series finale because he has this movie coming out that I think that y'all need to see it. If y'all are understanding of what's going on with our kids being bullied, cyber bullied in school, and all of that, this is going to be a good movie to watch. It's called What Death Do We Part. I'm not sure what the release date is going to be, but I think it's going to be worthwhile for y'all to check it out. Um, Again, today is my series finale. 13 shows, y'all. 13 shows. The third time trying this show, and I'm at my 13th episode, and I got the mic all in my face, blocking everything. But 3 attempts, and I'm at 13 shows, and I'm considering this my series finale. And after tonight, I'm going to take a couple weeks off because November is my birthday month. So I'm going to take a couple weeks off, and I will be back on the air, I believe, the 22nd of November, the Monday just before Thanksgiving, with season two and an all new episode, and we're gonna kick it off live. So um check it out. Again, if you see there on the bottom of the screen that if you want to be a guest, send your information to the Icon Chronicles at gmail.com. And the number to call in is at the bottom. It's not everyday people. Everyday people was last week. They forgot to change it. But tonight is the series finale. And I'm looking for some folks to tip to call in, be a part of this. I have some people that said that they do want to come in. We've exchanged some information, and we're gonna get this thing going the way that it should. 13 shows. I have hosted all 13 shows. I have been highlighted. Well, I guess I've been highlighting myself every show, but I do want to thank the people that have stood behind me to get this done. Um, Again, there's so many people that pushed me to go ahead and do it regardless of what was going on. And here we are, episode number 13. So y'all know who y'all are. I've said y'all names on many shows, episodes. So I mean, people should know your name by now. If they don't, they need to go back and check out the shows because y'all are people that are very important to me and very motivational and very inspirational to me. So I appreciate y'all and I thank y'all for standing behind me because it's hard to do things without support, without the support that you feel that you should have. I'll put it that way. I did a show. I think it was my second or third episode, maybe my fourth, about the cost of support. Doesn't cost a thing, but yet I'm seeing evidence of who has my back in this and who doesn't, and even though it's not surprising, it's still disappointing that the lack of support is coming from those people. Anyway, um, I would do a song, but I have not. I do not have one prepared, but I will do a live performance on the 22nd for the series premiere. For the series two premiere, I will do a live performance of one of my songs. I have not figured out which one as of yet, but look forward to seeing Next Icon perform live November 22nd on the Icon Chronicles. All right. So I want to give another shout out to some other folks. I want to give a shout out to my girl E. Janae for putting together What Death Do We Part, and to my man Kevin Williams, a very talented R&B singer. He has a song out called Echo. Y'all need to go ahead and check that out. He does have a video on YouTube. It is Kevin Williams. The song is Echo. He and EJ also have a show, another podcast called The Naked Podcast. Check them out. Be a participant. Participate on their show. Participate on mine. Let them know that if you do check out their show, let them know that Next Icon told you to give them a call. what I will do tonight, or let me show y'all this, because y'all know that I do music, and I don't have one of my albums here. Um, but I have 9 albums to my credit. My latest album is called, what is my latest album called? My latest album is called The Declaration of Me, and it is available pretty much everywhere. And wherever you see music, you will see Next Icon. You can type my name in the search window, NXICON, and you can pull up any of my albums. Again, I have 9. I've been featured in two movie soundtracks, 10 compilations, and I've been having fun with this. And I cannot find a picture of my album cover. So anyway, but the album is called The Declaration of Me. I am also an author. This here is one of my books, and let's put it on this side. It is called Confessions from the Flip Side of Love, Volume 1. There is a Volume 2. And this is a book, these are 2 books of original poetry written by me. I also have 3 other books. I have uh, book 1, Love for, sorry, it's called Love for the Game, Book 1. And then there's Love for the Game, Balls in My Word. And I'm in the process of finishing Love for the Game 3, the finale, which is titled Endgame. I also have a psychological thriller called Brutal. These books can be found anywhere that you look that you buy books. They're even on the Walmart page. They're on Amazon. They're Borders. Just type my name, Willie Dell Davis the Fourth, and that's Dell Willie Dell Davis the Fourth. And if you're in Atlanta and you purchase a book and you contact me, I will personally sign your copy of the book as long as you're in Atlanta. I ain't traveling all over the country for this. Can't miss this book because it's got me. I keep putting it on the wrong side. It's got this face on the back cover, which is so again, Confessions from the Flip Side of Love, Volume 1. That's what this one is. And there is Volume 2. There is Love for the Game, Book 1, Love for the Game, Balls in My Word, and the psychological thriller Brutal. Now, I'm not going to perform any music, but I'm going to read one of my poems. This poem was an award-winning poem, um, and it just fits a lot of things that we go through and how we feel when certain people get in our way or pretend to be a certain way, and we come to find out that they're not. So the title of this piece is called Destiny, and it goes, "Who told you that I couldn't achieve? Put the key to my destiny in your hands to tell me that you don't believe in me or my cause. Where is that law written that I need you to determine my rise or my fall? Considering that made no you've made no move to progress your level, too busy with mine being all in my business, claiming to be a friend looking out for my best interest. With so many paths to lead me on, full of nothing but traps and roadblocks to block me, sometimes friends are worse than enemies. See, you know where you stand with an enemy, but not a friend in wolf's clothing, holding a dagger to your back in the shape of a pat for a job well done meant to hold you back. My brother, my sister, when you're in my presence, but behind closed doors and corners filled with regret and resentment. For my goal, my idea that came to fruition, I took a stand, made a move that out of hate you chose to spread venom, and my mess thinking it would pause me. But I saw through the smokescreen, changed my direction, and let your hate motivate me. After years of prejudice, oppression, and hatred for the color of my skin and whatever, you think I wouldn't find a way to flip that negative energy into a positive philosophy? Look where we come from. Too strong to be weak. Divided and conquered by our own, we are our own worst enemy. Blaming everything on the white man and not the reflection in the mirror we see every day or the lack of motivation. See, I can't even read my own writing. for the lack of motivation. Oh, dang. Lack of motivation. What then the lack of motivation, what we inflict on each other, keeps us in that crab like that crab metaphor. Let me try that again. Blaming everything on the white man and not the reflection in the mirror we see every day, or the lack of motivation, what we inflict on each other, keeping each other in that barrel like that crab metaphor. Not realizing that the one door we open for another will open many more. So I take this soapbox every now and then to speak to my enemies and to my so-called friends, hoping to open your eyes to what the real is. You can't stop my rise. You can see that in my eyes. But the one thing that would take me by surprise is that when you say that you're my friend, it wouldn't be a lie. Because what comes my way works its way to you. But to hold the key to my destiny isn't designed for you. How I rise and fall is by the way that I walk, my stature as a man, and the way that I talk to you when we cross paths in the course of the day, from the smile on my face to the hands I shake. That hug from one brother to another when we pass on the block, it's not my job to hate, but to help you raise up over the wall that I made it across. And once I found the gateway, I left behind me a trail so you all can follow me to your destiny and hold your own key. The power of my destiny doesn't lay within you; it lies within me. Again, that piece is called Destiny, and I actually won an award for writing this. And when I wrote it, I was going through something because for the same thing, I felt like there were people that were trying to block my path. I was going to school at the time. I was doing my music, and I had a relationship that was blocking me, or trying to block me from my music. It was trying to block me. Felt that I was wasting my time going to school, and thought that I should be doing other things on their behalf. And it was just a big mess. And I just sat back one day and I wrote Destiny, and that was what it was. Um, Let me do another one for you. Let me see. This is called Not What You're Used to. To know me is to know that I'm not what you're used to. My walk is as unique as my speech or more than what you think of me. Trust when I say it. I only play a fool. I only play like I'm a fool, but I'm cut from a different cloth. The moves I make are solid and precise. Trying to follow me without guidance will only get you lost. On the road, not sure where to go, to the left fork or the right fork, not understanding I traveled them both. In my in my journey, because there were lessons on each that I had to learn. Some took a while, but some were real brief. My rewards were well earned, but necessary to walk so I could know me. I wear my heart on my sleeve, this I know. Hold my faith into so many, I try so hard for sure. No matter how much pain and tears they may bring, that's just how I be. I can't let it go. A soldier, always ready for battle, on my level, far from a demon, but not quite an angel. A seed planted in the roughest of soils, breaking through the ties that bind, sitting back in the shadows of tribulations and trials, being judged by peers that know nothing about me, while I'm watching, waiting, and observing for loyalty, trust, honor, devotion, and dedication to raise up and arrive so a true love can enter this lost soul, make me whole, so that when those three words that lead to the two is confirmed that we have become one. One mind, one heart, one body, one soul. Spiritually connected, intricately balanced by a bond that can never be broken or stolen. Because your kiss gives light. Your touch gives me life. I wouldn't sacrifice for anything in this world. Of an oyster where I found you, my pearl of wisdom, my tower of strength, the yin to my yang. But to know this is to know me beyond this mortal rim. I'm more than what you see or have heard. Ignore those little birds whispering in your ear, talking about what they heard. Come take my hand and walk with me, so you can learn and see me as I am, and draw your own beliefs, conclusions, or judgment. Walk along the beach and leave your footsteps in the sand right next to me. So when you speak, it's from facts and not make believe, but truth that I'm not what you're used to. So again, that is called Not What You're Used to. Um, again, this was supposed to be my series finale. Well, it is my series finale, and I'm proud of myself. If nothing else, I'm proud of myself because I did this. I've accomplished this, and I'm going to continue. And eventually, y'all will want to be on this show. Y'all will want to be seen. Y'all will want to be heard. Y'all will want to be honored. Y'all will want to be recognized because that's what this is all about. Um, Here's another one. It's funny. That's the title. It's funny how some want for something that's already in their face, but because it didn't fit their view, they ignore it, turn away, looking for something that doesn't exist. That's something perfect, perfection that fits the world's vision of what it should be, what it should look like. Not understanding that the world can't figure out its own desires, wants, and needs. Just saying. Now, maybe, just maybe, you just may be looking in the wrong places, not realizing the obvious that is right in front of our faces. Only we would never know because our vision is jaded by six packs and clear skin, big breasts and rear ends. Then we find out for all the looks we sought and thought we found that there's a demon lying within them. Looking past the flat chested shy chick or the nerdy type whiz kid, or how about that BBW that looks so good in the face but just a little bit too thick? Who are we really to render judgment? What makes us so reverent like there ain't no skeletons in our closets? Some of us have graveyards, let the truth be told, looking past me, over me, and through me because I don't fit your mold or design that you had in your mind, while the vision you wanted lies, cheats, steals, and kicks your behind. Where one would have just held you, caressed you like fine silk, expressed their heart in so many ways to you that it made your insides melt, kissed you with the passion that it made your wet dreams jealous. But you didn't see any of this. Your heart and mind tried to tell you, but your body and eyes told you different. Until you saw the light, they led you astray. Oh, you thought the rejected, neglected, ignored would wait till the rain was gone and the sun cleared the fog away? Now that would be crazy. You got what you asked for. You found what you sought. That dream turned to a nightmare that you're trying to wake from, escape from. Run, Forrest, run. Just don't knock on my door because ain't nobody home. Judge for my looks, you ignored my heart. Since I wasn't Hollywood chiseled, she wasn't Hollywood fly. We didn't match up to your criteria. Now you realize we were the best thing ever. Think you'll get the chance to find out now? Nope, never. It's funny how some want something that's already in their face, but because it doesn't fit their view until it's gone from their view. So it's funny. I'm gonna keep on going with this. I mean, like I said, I was hoping that I would have some people show up, but it's all good. Again, you open your eyes to realize the real lies that are right in front of your eyes. It's all good. Because that just gives me more time and more energy to put more of my music out there. Now, my man Ronnie, and I know he did, I did say he could. He played for y'all one of my latest releases called Lay You Down. I'm going to play another one for you, and it is called Ain't My Call. And this is not a ballad. It's not a hip hop ballad, but it's real because at the time that I wrote this, I think I played this before. I can't remember, but I was going through some things when I wrote it. But I'm gonna let y'all check it out. If you haven't heard it, if this is your first time hearing it, you know, it is what it is. But these singles that I'm playing are not on an album as of yet. They're just single releases. Just because I have things on my mind and on my spirit and on my heart that I just have to get out. Music is therapeutic to me. It helps me to release things that's going on within me. So again, this is Ain't My Call. Next icon in the building, y'all.
So much stress got me on the edge, tripping with the gat in my hand, thinking, should I place it on my temple, pull the trigger to see what happens in the aftermath? Would the afterlife be any better than it is here? Fantasizing at the table, looking death in the face, playing Russian roulette, tempting fate, trying to tip my hand, singing X's and eights. Can't get a clear vision, it's a chance I gotta take. Ain't never been a gambler, so I don't know when to fold them. Holding my position in the game, about to call it. Put my cards on the table, don't know what I'm hoping for. Continue life on this earth, but be forever in purgatory. It's a thin line between love and hate. I love my life, don't get it twisted, but I ain't happy here. The scale's about to tip, which way it's gonna fall. Either way, it don't matter, cause it ain't my call. It ain't my call. Another sip of that drink got me tipsy, feeling empty. Seeing my reflection in the mirror like I don't know. I'm out to see his lips moving. I can't hear the words, so I get. The more it gets scrambled like the rambles of a madman. I can't understand them. He pointing at my chest. I'm trying to get the message. Then I see the glow. I don't know what it is. A bright light, then it's dim. And I'm looking at myself again, a different scene, and I'm laying on the street. Victim of the ghetto, or is it police? Did they finally get me, or did I get myself? I see that Nina on my side, locked in my grip. Faces all around me, y'all they friend the foe, man. These lines so blurry these days, I couldn't tell you, ain't no tears shed. Just another nigga did, caught up in this thug life that we forced to live. Do our best, trying to get what I want. Not sure if it's enough, cause it ain't our call. It ain't our call. Walking through the cemetery, looking at the homies buried. Wasn't really death the war, they all set free from the pain and misery that we forced to endure. 40 smiles in the faces, we surrounded by vultures, looking for a feast like the beast of Revelations. Got me side-eyeing niggas cause they loyals and questions, stepping like them on landmines, trying not to detonate them. Every breath calculated in case it's my last one. Not sure who to trust, so we busting that wheel. Hoping for the best, but the struggle is real. Who cries for us? Thugs ain't no love for us. We casualties of war that began before us. Got me stressed out, trying to figure out my exit. Looking at my chalk line, knowing that they coming for me. But I'm a soldier as I rise to I fall. Hoping for forgiveness, but it ain't my call. It ain't my call. It ain't my call.
And I am back, and that was my second single that I've released this year in the last couple months or so. That is called Ain't My Call. And again, I was going a lot of these songs. If you listen to my music, you can get an idea as to what my mind state was at the time. But this particular song, I, is really funny because I don't remember it. I don't remember writing it. I don't remember recording it. I don't remember anything about the process at all. I just happened to be going through some tracks that I had completed, and there it was. And I listened to it, and it just caught me. It's like I was looking at myself reciting it, but I couldn't remember who that person was that wrote it. I couldn't remember I couldn't envision what I was going through when I recorded it. And if I feel like that sometimes, I can't possibly be the only person that goes through that has these feelings in their mind and no way to express them and no way to get them out because you feel like you're all alone in this world and nobody understands what you're going through. And that's an everyday thing with me and for me is because I go through that and I feel like that. And sometimes what's so odd about it is that there are times where I feel it coming. It'll just hit me like it'll try to hit me out of the blue, but I feel it. And if they tell you that men don't get depressed and men don't go through a depression or period where they feel lost or they feel like they don't belong or they feel like they just don't fit, we do. There's a lot of us here that do. But because we have to put this image out there that we're this macho figure, this iron skinned tough guy that has to be the Superman, so to speak, we go through all of that in silence, in darkness. And it's kind of like our own PTSD type of thing. And people are now getting to the point of understanding that men do get depressed, but I still don't think that it's 100% acknowledged. That it's still a pivotal point of thinking that to show that side of you is considered a weakness, but consider the alternative. Because number one, you have men that are holding this in, and eventually that has to go somewhere. It has to be released some way. My avenue of releasing what's going on with me is my music, is my poetry. Some men they're alcoholics, they're dope addicts, they're sex addicts, they have something that they're addicted to, and this is the coping mechanism of trying to not be depressed, to not be hurt, to not be looked at as being weak. It's not a mental illness. I know people are trying to attribute it to being a mental illness. It's not a mental illness. It's the fact is that we've been pushed and trained and taught so hard to be hard that we don't know what to do when we feel something else. And if there isn't an avenue of release, a lot of us are walking time bombs. And it doesn't take much to light that fuse. And nobody's looking at it like that because we're men, hardcore, strong, virile. Nothing bothers us. It's a fantasy, y'all. It's a fantasy. It's a myth. We go through stuff just like everybody else does. It's just we have no way to show it, and we don't want to seem like we weak in front of our boys, and we definitely don't ain't trying to appear weak in front of our women. But a lot of women don't understand that, and society is having a hard time coming to grips with the fact that men do get depressed. Men do contemplate suicide. And the truth to be told, not only have I contemplated suicide on many occasions, in my past, I've attempted it 3 times, but I'm still here for a reason that, and maybe this is what it is to provide these avenues and to open up these doors of discussion because it has to be done. It has to be talked about. It has to be discussed because it's more than just men just blowing up and going off and attacking people. I mean, again, ain't my call. When I listened to that song, I've listened to it a number of times since I found it, and I can honestly say that whatever it was that I was going through at that time, that that suicide wasn't contemplation. I mean, there's a line in there where I say that I'm laying on the concrete, and the question is, did I do it to myself or did I commit suicide by cop? Because it says, did the cops get me or did I get myself? So again, I don't remember what was going on at that particular time. I don't remember writing this. I don't remember recording it. But just listening to the song, I was at a point where I was ready again to leave this planet, to leave this life. And I'm saying to my sisters out here, talk to your man. It goes beyond just asking how you're doing because most of us are going to lie and we're going to tell you that we're fine and we're not. We're going to tell you that there's nothing wrong when there is. We're going to tell you that everything is okay when it isn't. But we need you to do that, to ask us genuinely, but to listen to us as well, genuinely, to hear us, to listen to us, not to be sympathetic, but to be supportive. Because again, you're supposed to be our helpmate, and in being our helpmate, that means that you help us as nurturers. You help us where where we feel that we're lost. You're our beacon. You're our light source. And if we don't have that in you, and if we don't get that from you, that closes us off even more. And it pushes us more into that depressive state, into that suicidal state, because we don't have anybody to talk to. And we a lot of us legitimately feel like we can't talk to our boys because our boys is going to think are weak. But we even have to come to the understanding that some of our boys are going through the same thing and they don't have anybody to talk to. So one of us in our friendship, in our brotherhood, has to bring up the conversation to let the rest of us know that it's okay. It's not a sign of weakness. It's not being a punk. Do you know how many men's lives could be saved just by having a simple conversation, a simple check in and check up to make sure that we are okay? Now, I am not a drinker. I'm not a smoker. I don't do drugs. I don't do any of that, which is why it's hard for me sometimes to deal with the things that I go through because I don't have any of them vices. There were days and times that I wish I did. There are days and times that I wish that I could get as high as hell and forget everything that's going on. There are days and times that I wish that I could get drunk as hell and just sleep everything off. There's days and times that I wish that I could just pop a pill like these other folks do and just ignore the world, but I don't and I can't. So I write my poetry, I write my songs. I express myself in those ways because it helps me, but it does not by any means cure me from being depressed at times. It does not cure me from feeling like I don't fit or don't belong. It's just an avenue to get it out so that it doesn't eat me up inside and make me one of these people walking around like a time bomb, just waiting for somebody to initiate something to make it go off. I've been that person. Talk to your man. Understand your man. That's what will help make you an awesome partner. To my brothers, it's time for us to start speaking up, man. It's time for us to start opening up to each other because we like to walk around and say that we are our brother's keeper. But if we are really our brother's keeper, then it's up to us to check on our brothers to make sure that he's kept. At one time, my place used to be a haven, not here in Atlanta, but back home where I'm from. My place used to be a haven where you could come and you could chill out. You could stay for as long as you needed to. If it meant that you wouldn't catch a case, if it meant that you wouldn't go to jail, if it meant that you wouldn't do something stupid, that's what I was there for. And I tried to do that here, and it has not worked out well. But that's what I was, and that's what my place was. It was a safe haven, and it was so funny because I didn't have to not tell nobody where I stayed. The people that stayed with me we never told anybody where I lived because they had peace. They had they were able to get a hold of themselves, get a hold of their sanity, find a little peace and tranquility for just for that little moment in time to clear their mind, to clear their thoughts, to get themselves together, to figure out what their next step was going to be. You can't do that if you have somebody that knows where you are that will come and disrupt that peace and tranquility. So people that would come to stay with me would never tell their mates where they were. They would never tell them my address. They would never give me any information. They would just say that we stay with my man D because that was what they called me. I'm staying with my man D. Well, where does he live? He stay over there, such and such. No, I'm good. Just everybody needs that time and that space. And my thing was, I would rather you come and stay with me to get your mind right than have to sit in a jail cell to get your mind right, or to be in a casket and not have a mind at all. But that was then. This is now. Things have changed so much that it's crazy, and everybody wants to be the thug nigga. But even Tupac said it. Even thugs cry. You know, Bone Thugs and Harmony said thugs cry. I said I got a song. Even thugs cry. Y'all just don't see the tears, but they there. But this was my series finale. I want to thank Ronnie for coming by and holding it down for me while I took care of a little personal business. I want to thank him for that, and I want to thank y'all. because again, this is show 13, and this is a series finale for show 13. The Icon Chronicles has made it 13 episodes after 3 attempts. 13 episodes. Thank y'all for the motivation and the inspiration. Again, I'm going to be taking a couple of weeks off. I will be back. It's either November 15th or November 22nd, or November 22nd and November 29th. I will be back. Series premiere season 2 for the Icon Chronicles, and I'm expecting for it to be live. I will see y'all in November, November 22nd, just before Thanksgiving. Yo, handle your business. Look out for each other. Don't just say that you're my brother's keeper or my sister's big brother. Truly live it. Truly be it. Because we all need each other, no matter what we say. This is your man, Next Icon. No excuses. I can overcome negativity. And I am out of here for 2 weeks, y'all. My birthday is in November, November 18th. So if y'all pay attention, if y'all listening, I'd love to hear a shout out from y'all. Y'all have a great one. This is Next Icon. No excuses. I can overcome negativity. And I am out of here.
Every soldier out here that have had the back of everybody and still got the back of their people. No matter how they get done, no matter how people switch and flip on them, they still hold their ground. This is for you, soldier. Yo, let's do this. Someone's trying in my life, trying to take me down. Unleash the wrath of a menace, even though I'm trying to fight. Demons getting stronger, hard in the fight. Mama keep praying, I can feel her in the air at night. Looking in the mirror, seeing nothing but the pain. Homie, ain't no sunshine on my rainy day. Ain't nobody got my back, so I stand alone. Full grown on my own, cause the path I chose, I thought would bring better days. It's like I'm in a maze, and every pack on my back, got me scared to breathe. Every step that I take is a test of my faith. Push me to the limit just to make the grade. Most hated by my enemies, these they just seem no so-called friends to turn their foes. So where do I go? I'm at the crossroads, doing everything I can just to hold on. Just a soldier in the game, trying to find my way. Standing alone with nowhere to go. I'm at the crossroads. Yeah, yeah, trying to hold on. Standing on the ledge, should I jump or take a step back? Stress got me tripping, so I don't know how to act.